Hello everyone, it's Kylie, Bertucci Stamping Up demonstrator in Australia, and welcome to a premiere. This is not live. Next week, same time, same place next week, and we're going to be doing a kit together, the Simply Citrus kit. So if you have that, save it for next week because we'll make it together and have a lot of fun. So what we wanted to do today, welcome if this is the first time you've come to our channel. If you love card making or you'd like to start card making and you live in Australia, we'd love to help you. Stampin' Up have amazing products. Look at this card. Now, I'm going to give you all a little bit of time here, but for those of you that are here live, what colour do you think the flowers are? I'll let you keep guessing because I'm sure I'll be here virtually. I'll be here in the comments watching what you're all saying. But tell me what you think. Which colour is this? Because it's a colour that I do not use very often. But I tell you what, I will be using it more often from now on because I love it. And it's sponging. So we're going to go through how to do a bit of sponging for colouring. It's super easy. And check out that cool background. Would that not make the best night sky? You do stars, pretty stars. So I'll show you how I did that. Because you might be like, how did she do that? So let's jump on in and do some crafting together. I hope you're all okay. We're thinking of you. The lovely Victoria, where we live, still not doing very well at all, but we are just staying inside, staying safe and doing our bit. So that's all we can do really at this point in time, isn't it? Now, many of you have got my card templates. If you don't, I will have the link below. What they are is basically just helping you to use these layers to work out how you want your card to look. I did actually start with the Mambo, so this is what I'm doing today. But I did in this one, you can see that there's a lot finer, very, very fine line. It's a tiny bit around the edge. So if you want that instead, then just use the Melon Mambo layer so that it's a really tiny edge around the outside. But I thought I'd show a little bit more of the smoky slate today and do it a little bit bigger. But it just shows you how you can use your layers to think of ideas. And then once you, because we include the measurements with the tutorial, and so once you've worked out how you'd like it, then we write it on the back what size it is, and voila, you know exactly what to cut it. We love them. So if you don't have them, you need them. So we have a tutorial for you to do yourself. We were cutting them for people, but it just got too crazy. I'm like, I've got a Stampin' Up business to run. I can't be chopping up these card templates. So we did a tutorial because we thought you all know how to chop. You're all clever people. So you can chop your own. And that meant it was cheaper too. So what we have here, I've got some of my layers already pre-done. So if you haven't already done so, you can cut out your smoky slate, which is, well, your card base needs to be, oh, I just realised I don't have a card base. Good thing I have some basic black here that I can use. It's even already cut for me. I was totally prepared. Of course I have basic black base. Never a dull moment around here. Is it the right size? Oh yeah, it's the right size. Good. Excellent. So yes, you'll have your card base, which is the gorgeous grape. Then your smoky slate, which is the Poppy Parade size. Then basic black on top of that. And we're going to put that beautiful night sky on there. You'll love how I did that. So that's the Flirty Flamingo that I did that in. But remember your smoky slate, if you want a thinner border, then you can just use your Melon Mambo instead and have a smaller border. So they are those. Now, we also have these two beautiful stitched rectangles. This is one of my absolute must-have die sets between this and the stitched label dies. Love! If you don't have them, they're just a must-have. So that's them there. And I've used these two in here. So it's like the third and fourth largest in that section. And then for our sentiment, we're actually going to use the small one here. So that's it there, the smallest one. So that's really handy. I did actually, the Tasteful Touches comes in a bundle, and there is a really nice little banner die that comes with this one. So you could either use this one, which I'm doing today, or on the card that I did previously, I used which is similar, it's still got the stitching, but it comes with the Tasteful Touches. So it's a die set with that, which is, different again. So up to you. But today I thought, I'll mix it up. I always like to mix it up. So that's the stamp set that we're using. We're using these flowers. And I love, love, love these. Particularly because there's no die for this. I think this card is perfect for this flower because we don't have to do any fussing if you are not a fan of fussy cutting, which I know a lot of you are. Not a fan. I'm a fan of fussy cutting. I know, I'm strange, but I really enjoy it. But I thought that this will help you to utilise this beautiful flower. And really you could do it with any of these images. Like the feather would look amazing done with it. This beautiful leaf would look done well with it. It's really up to you what you wanted to use in this set for the inside. So let's first of all do our stamping with the flower. We need some Memento ink. I used a bit of Stays on this, so it sure does stay on. It lives up to its name. So I don't really have like a formula to where I stamp, but I think with flowers, what I decided to do was not sort of go upside down. That was my only, I probably really shouldn't go upside down with this, but you can go on the side, but not really. I mean, it's up to you, really, but I decided not to go upside down. That was my thing. And what you want to try and do, because we've got some sort of facing similar directions, you want to sort of create interest by going in different directions when you're doing sort of this background stamping type of thing, because that just creates interest with the eye. If you go all in the one direction, it's not as interesting. Yeah. One more in here. Beautiful. So nice and simple, easy, quick stamping. And then we're going to come in with, how did you go with all your guesses? You're still guessing the colour? Did anyone get it right? Here we go. We're about to find out. I wonder if anyone guessed. You ready? Dun, 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 dun. It is Merry Merlot. Did anyone get it? I'm going to have a look. I'll comment below because I'll be watching all your comments. But yeah, it's Merry Merlot. I got my team to guess a Merry Merlot card that I made the other day. It was a sneak peek for them. My team gets, special treatment. But I said, what colour do you think it is? And they were like, I think they guessed every single colour. Rich Raspberry, Blackberry Bliss, Mellow Magenta Madness. And I was like, wrong, wrong. It was so much fun. And they really didn't guess it until they were just like, what's left? Merry Merlot's left. Yeah, Merry Merlot gets left out a little bit. So, what is really cool about Merry Merlot and daubering is, and this is a new thing that I learnt the other day, is if you go light, it's a really, really beautiful colour. And it's a different colour to what you would get if you layer on top again. So this one I did quite dark. And it's quite bold. I actually really love the boldness of it. But you could go quite subtle if you'd like. I'm joking, by the way. I know how to say subtle. I'll go a little bit more. Beautiful. So if you haven't tried sponging, it's a great way to colour. Really simple and easy. If you're scared you're going to muck it up, just practice on a piece of paper first. But I love the circles. Like if you're sort of circling, it kind of does its thing. And because you're using the sponge, you're not going to get all the way to the edge, otherwise you'll end up off the edge. But I really love that look of it, sort of like an ombre look. It's kind of going light into the colour. And it's just a really fun, easy, simple technique to learn. It's great for the repertoire of card making skills. You can use it on backgrounds. You can use it on the edge of your cards to make it pop. In fact, what's today? I think this, yes, it will have already gone live. It's meant to be tonight's card. And I haven't blogged it yet. So that's on the to-do list after this video. But I made this yesterday. I might go full screen actually so that you can see this properly. So I made this yesterday. So one of our Crazy Crafters team members, Maheswari Rajaguru, if you haven't looked her up, go and look her up. Amazing artist. Anyway, we have a monthly Crazy Crafters craft class. Yes, it's the CCCC. Hashtag CCCC. And we made this card together. Hers was very different colours. So I just was inspired by her design and made it my own colours and mixed up. I think she used Night of Navy and crumb cake and yeah, all different colours. So what I love about this is you can see, and the reason why I'm showing you this, see this layer here, this whisper white layer. So what I've done is I've sponged around the edge with some Memento ink, black ink. And so it gives off this appearance as though there's like another black layer in between, but I haven't had to use any cardstock. I know, that's how cool sponging is. So it's just a really simple, fun way of kind of making something pop. And I don't often do something quite dark like this. Like normally I just do a little subtle shading, like you might do smoky slate on smoky slate. So it's kind of there, but kind of not. But I really love this idea of using the basic black or the Memento ink on the edge. Isn't it the best? I love this card. Thank you, Maheswari. You did so amazing. Go check out her YouTube too. She's really good. So that's that. That should be on my blog if I've been a good girl and blogged tonight. If not, you've got a sneak peek. You've just been given extra information. But yeah, we're loving our craft classes, our Stampin' Up! Craft classes. So I have a different team member do a class each month. And it's just brilliant for the whole team. We all get to learn. The team member gets to learn how to use Zoom and we craft together. So it's, yeah, really special. Another reason why you should join our team. I know, it's pretty special. We actually had another team member join with us just this morning, out of nowhere. And another one this week. So that was very exciting. I always love recruiting. In fact, Bruno's so cute when someone joins up. He goes, and I'm like, what happened? And he's like, we got a new team member. It's still exciting. We've been doing it for 11 years. 11 years we've been recruiting and it's still so exciting. It's like, yay! Now, we've got this. Now I want to do a sentiment. I want to show you a little tip with the sentiment too. So with your sentiment, I'll stamp that first so that I can show you which one I used. I decided to do something small because all the sentiments in here are quite large. Did I put it? Oh no, I didn't put it away. I just, put something right on top of it. Come here, little one. Come to mummy. My stamp sets really are my children. They're a lot better behaved than most children, really. They do what they're told. I have to clean them up though. So I decided to use Lovely You. It's a stamp set that I haven't used before. And I thought there's some really beautiful sentiments in there, and I'm going to use the Smile. But it's a really beautiful set. So that's in the annual catalogue. If you like any of the stamp sets that I show you today, I'll have them all linked below so you can go shopping. Who doesn't love shopping? Let me shop. We've been doing so much online shopping. It's ridiculous. It's so much fun. I see a package turn up and I'm like, is it for me or is it for you, Bruno? Normally it was Bruno. What have you bought? But I'm just as bad at the moment. Bruno was getting some beautiful frames from Kmart so that he can make some frames for some friends to cheer them up. What else he goes, I think I've accidentally bought something. I'm like, what did you buy? A TV cabinet. I'm like, that's hilarious. So we stamp that. So I've done it in the Versamark. I'm really sorry how messy the Versamark is. It's well used. We give it a lot of use. So then you get your, sadly Stampin' Up! Don't have these trays anymore, but I can't part with it. I love it so much. But you could use a container or a piece of paper even, like folded in the middle. Yeah, there's lots of things that work. We'll pop that over there so I don't end up heating my powder. So then when we heat it, what happens is it melts the embossing powder, and then you have the most amazing white like font. Like there's no white like using white embossing powder. I just am addicted, really. And that, my friends, is a wrap. So let me show you there. So I'll just take off some of the powder because I always do my little powder on top. But it's so cute. And then I'm going to use that frame here. But you'll notice that that's a bit big, Kylie. It's a bit long. So what you can do, and I've cut out a little piece here to show you exactly what you can do. So, well, that kind of gives it away, but where are you, little one? I had a piece here cut out to show you. Where is my show and tell piece of... Who even knows? Like, where do they walk? Do they just go, you know what, I'm just going to move over here. No, still can't find it. Anyway, there was a piece of gut. I'm going to find it on the floor somewhere. I'm sure I am. But anyway, what you do, you cut it out, and then you can come back on the same piece of cardstock. So say this whole full piece, maybe if I use one of the ones that's similar to the size that we have here. We probably don't have one that's similar. This one looks like it's similar. One of these two. So, oh yeah, this one looks good. This will give you the idea. Oh, yes. Winning one thing. Anyway, so say this is too big. But what you can do is once you cut it out, you just move it along and you can cut it again. And then when you've cut that, you can just, so pretend that that's cut itself out. Here we are here. So it's gone cut and it's snipped itself using the die cutting machine like that. So then you just go the other side and cut there. So then you can have smaller sizes using these amazing dies. So that's how I did that little one there, just by coming back in again. Now with the perforated edges, you do need to try and sort of feel for it to go click. It sort of clicks in place and you know that it's in its little groove. So that's the only thing that is a little bit tricky with the stitched, but not really that tricky. If I can do it, you can do it. I can't even find little pieces of cardstock that I cut. I'm so interested to see where that ended up. It'll be on the back of a stamp set somewhere. No. Okay, I give in. I promise it was here. I promise. I promise I was organised. Found it. It was underneath the card. So, you just snip here. That's what I had ready. So that's what I did. There you go. Anyway, it makes me make things up. It wouldn't be a Kylie video without me losing something, forgetting something, dropping something. Haven't dropped coffee lately, thank goodness, but you know, just wait. Just wait a couple of minutes. So we're going to fold our card base in half, and we're almost at the piece of resistance, which is the bit that I'm very excited about. I will pop down my sentiment. Hopefully I haven't lost that. No, I found that. We'll pop that down. And actually I will use the minis for that. I wasn't going to use the minis, but I think they'll be good. I keep all of my dimensionals in the clear mount cases, which is looking very grubby. We do use our dimensionals a lot. If you know us well, you know that we're dimensional addicts. Yeah, we do need therapy. Bruno would probably find a way to squeeze 5 in here. There we go. So that can go. I sort of like putting it in that white space there and then having it right next to the edge. I really like that look. And then we're going to dimensionalize that. So I've actually got some of the spare ones. I make a rule to myself because otherwise I'll just end up ignoring these. But I make a rule that I'm not allowed to go to the new ones until I use up these edges, because they're perfectly acceptable too. And then I just come around, just trim it into little bits. If you can hear like a tape in the background, that's what we call a rat rat, and that's Bruno. He's packing parcels. How are you going, Bruno? You packing well? I'm like, he'll stop eventually. He's a very busy man. He has a lot of packing to do. Yep, can you hear it? I hope you can hear it. I'll have to message him. Bruno! Quit your tape tearing. Sometimes I'll be trying to sleep and I hear That's how hard a worker he is. Did you like how I did that in an annoying nagging voice? A wife voice? Bruno! There we go. And then we stick that on there. Like so. Yay! Alright, so then what we're going to do... Oh! Move that over there. Move that out of the way. Do I need any more dimensionals? I don't think so. Good. So, what we'll do next is our amazing embossing. Now we get... I know, I gave it away. It's embossing! That's what it is. So what we do is get the Versamark. And do this all over it. I hope you've tried this technique before. It's really cool. Well, I don't know if it's ever been anywhere, but anyway, I'm sure it has. I'm not going to claim it as mine because I'm sure someone's come up with it. I've never seen it before, but maybe you have. And then, whee! I'm just going to do a little bit of Salt Bay. I should have done it like that. That one's for you, Jessie. And you just sprinkle it around, put it on top. Yes. Now, if you wanted to, you could even like put a lot into one corner. Like it's really, or do less, or you could even get your fingerprint and put that in. It really is entirely up to you how much or how little you want and what areas. Now it should be okay. Yes, just start on the lowest setting first, just in case some blows away. But it's looking good. Yes. I'll just lift this up so that hopefully you can see the amazing effect that this has. So I did a lot more this time, but you know, just test it out. So let me know in the comments below if you've seen this done before. I'd be interested to know if it's out there, or is it the first time you've thought of doing something like this? That would be cool. There we go. Beautiful. Now I might just put a couple, because we're doing it right along the edge here, I'm just going to put a couple more. I might have to get some more Versamark, because once you heat it, it's almost like the Versamark goes away. But because we're only showing this the edges, I want to have a bit more on the edge there. So yeah, start on the slow setting and then just work up. All right. So yeah, it would look like an amazing galaxy or all sorts of cool stuff. So we're going to stick that down on there. And I love to use my Tombow glue for that. You just want to try and not be too heavy-handed with the Tombow. Some people have said, how do you get it so that it doesn't bow and affect with using glue? But I think it really does come down to like the way that you control the amount that comes out. So it's almost like you're squeezing, but you'll just get to know, see how it's a really thin line, but not too thin. Because the idea of using the Tombow is so that I can have a bit of wiggle room. There we go. Perfect. Oh, love it. Chop it. And then a bit here. I think I like it with the extra behind. Anyway, you can let me know in the comments. But it really does look so pretty. Wow! So there's the two. Now I'll just get some Whisper White. Do I have any pre-cut left? I do. Fantastic. So what I do is I pre-cut. We're very low, so I need to do another lot, but I pre-cut inserts for my cards so that I can put that on the inside. Now we'll grab our beautiful flower and do one over here. And I think in this instance, I can do one upside down. Let's try it. Because they've got to come into each other. I don't want them both facing the same way. Yeah, I like it. And I'm going to put a bit of a bit of Merlot, Merry Merlot, Can you believe it's Mary Merlot? I can't believe it. I'm really interested to see how long it takes someone to guess it. All right. And then stick that down because it's so pretty to do the inside. And just remember, you can do this also for your envelopes, because what a beautiful ensemble. And you could also even add some designer series paper on the inside of your card as well. I've been starting to do that because you just end up with so much paper that it's like, why not use it? Why not stick it down on the inside? So, oh, like this. Isn't it beautiful? I actually forgot that I put designer series paper on this one. But it's beautiful, isn't it? It just makes such a, whoa, wow. Because I thought, well, this is smoky slate and that's smoky slate. So why not add that in the middle? So it's beautiful. It just adds that wow factor. Like when you open a card, you kind of don't expect it to be amazing in the middle. But we want it to be amazing in the middle too. It's all got to be amazing. So we have completed our beautiful card using the amazing stamp set, Tasteful Touches. If you don't have this in your repertoire, I hopefully have persuaded you. I've enabled you to go shopping today. Happy shopping! It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous set. And then that sentiment from the lovely you. So 2 fantastic sets. And like I said, if you don't already have the stitched rectangle framelit dies, well, they're just rectangle stitched dies now. If you don't have those, then definitely look at getting them. And then you're set. You just need a bit of Mary Merlot and a bit of Memento. Boom. You've got all these beautiful cards. So I think we need to do a full screen so that you can see both next to each other. So I'll show you those. There they are. Eee. So pretty. So which one? Do you like more or less embossed? Do you like light flowers or dark flowers? So many options. But you could use any colour you want. Like those colours could be totally mixed up. Totally different colour, totally different look with this card, which is so exciting. So thank you very much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed our video today. I'm at the 30-minute mark. That's pretty good. I've behaved myself tonight. And I really hope you get to do some amazing stamping this week. Remember that we not only want to stamp, we not only want to create, but we also want to share it. So make sure that you're thinking of others. Look at maybe doing some random act of kindness. Remember, we've got our group that you can join so that you can spread love all around the world. We've updated the documents so that we know that all the addresses are current, and we will be updating that monthly so that you know that everything's up to date and all safe. You can trust it. You're not going to get returned to sender, which sadly some people did, and that made us very sad. So we came up with this idea. And if you live in Australia, we would love to have you as a customer or a team member. We have so much fun on both of our VIP group and our team group. You do get a lot more perks if you join as a demonstrator, and you don't have to sell, and you get 20% off. Yes, please. Please remember there is a brand new catalogue coming, a holiday catalogue or the mini catalogue for the next 6 months. And you'll be able to get 20% off that whole catalogue. So if you've seen the new catalogue and you're like, oh my goodness, and there's still all these things I want in the annual catalogue, then please think about joining up so that you can get that discount. And you still get all the benefits that you get as a customer. You get the host rewards, you get all the benefits that you get as a customer, plus a lot more. Like, you don't even realize how good it is. So it was wonderful seeing you all, and thank you for all your comments and saying hello and looking out for each other. And we shall see you next week for our actual live video, and we're looking forward to seeing you all then. Thanks so much for subscribing and for following us, and please share if you think you know someone who will enjoy this card, and hopefully it inspires them to create. Tell me if you create something. Tag me. See you everyone. Bye. Thanks for being here. Bye.